4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyway, good morning. This is Ryan Kemp. I want to do this. This video is called "It's Not a Diet, It's a Lifestyle." And you say, Ryan, why did you do this topic? Well, it's an interesting topic because when I was younger or whatever, um, I didn't like exercise. I didn't like PE, especially when I got into my freshman year. I didn't like it at all because by then the other kids could stop doing PE, but yet I had to continue to do PE, and yet I didn't like it. Oh my goodness, I did not like it. I rebelled against it. I didn't like it. Uh, I didn't like doing it. I just didn't like doing it. I didn't enjoy it because I don't know if anybody can tell or anything, but I'm physically disabled and can't walk, and I was born with cerebral palsy and just everything, and it's just I didn't like exercise. Exercise I did not like, and it just was discouraged with it, and I didn't like to do it, and I just didn't like to do what I didn't like to do it, and it just and I remember my aide told me when I was making out my schedule for my freshman year, my teacher told me, "You're going, you're in PE." And I'm like, "For this year?" And then my aunt said, "Nope, all 4 years." And I said, "Oh," I was mad. I was mad at that point because, and people were telling me in school, my aides, my teachers, that you need to exercise, you need to do this, and you need to do that and stuff. And the more they said that I needed to do it, the more I rebelled against it. And I tell you what, I was one heavy dude when I got to be a junior in high school. In June, the summer of my junior year, I look at that picture of myself and on my wall, and I'm like, oh my, or on the wall, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I was not healthy back then. I don't see how I made it. I really don't. I really don't see how I made it back then. And I really don't. I really don't see how I made it back then and how I was able to accomplish so much. By the grace of God, I was able to accomplish it. And um, in by the time um, by the time I was a senior in high school, the fall of the fall of 1999, my senior year, first day of school, didn't feel good. We had silent reading time. I opened my book, and all of a sudden, I was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I gagged once, and I gagged twice, and my teacher said, "Can you get a drink of water?" I said, "Yeah." So I got a drink of water, and I was much better then at that point. And I walked back in the room, and I said, "Much better." But then over the course of time, I felt sick. And math was my first period of the day. And I got nervous about that, and I just was nervous. I just was nervous about it. I honestly was. And I honestly was nervous about it. And as you can see, I had kind of a nervous face on my face when I talked about it to show you how nervous I really was. I mean, my teacher told me my senior year, he said, Ryan, you're a bundle of nerves. And I was a bundle of nerves. There was no denying that whatsoever. I mean, I was a bundle of nerves. I was afraid of this, afraid of that, afraid I wouldn't graduate. Um, and I just was stressed. I had anxiety. I had difficulty breathing. And then well, different times, um, it just like, and nothing changed back then. Yeah, I went to PE, didn't enjoy PE, and then sometimes instead of PE, my aide would give me the third degree. I said sometimes instead of PE, my aide would give me the third degree. That kind of has a nice ring to it. Instead of PE, my aide would give me the third degree, and what she really would. Uh, yeah, I needed to be responsible, and I needed to exercise, and blah blah blah. And you think I listened to it at the time? Nope. At the time, nope. I was your typical rebellious teenager that didn't want to do it, that didn't want to do. It's like, oh, I'm fine. Years ago, I was like, I'm fine. I don't need to work out. I need weight and blah, blah, blah. And boy, my senior year, I got hit with a Mack truck. Proverbially, not literally, but proverbially. But anyway, that's an analogy that I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't. I couldn't breathe right. I mean, I was breathing. Don't misunderstand me, but I wasn't breathing correctly, and just and everything, and it just then the spring of my senior year, things were better, and then I graduated in May, and then I was home all the time, and just didn't feel, and then it got to the point that, I mean, in 2000, the summer of 2000 even, I mean, I would literally, you know, and my friend Lana would be with me, and I remember one time she went in her house, and I was listening to a song or reading a book, or I think I was listening to a song, and I cried, and she's like, "What's wrong, Butch?" She called me Butch back then, and she still calls me Butch today. But anyway, I would cry, and I dealt with discouragement so often. I dealt with emotional discouragement so often, and didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and just didn't really want to do much, and just, I was just discouraged, and just everything, and and I remember in um, I think it was in 2000. Yeah, it was 2006. I was praying one night, and I said, God, I know I need to do something, but I said I don't know what to do. And then I think it was that next Friday that Roger, my trainer at the time, said, He said, "How you doing this morning?" I'll never forget telling him. I said, "Roger, I'm great. I'm wonderful." He said, "Good. Let me ask you a favor." He said, "I'll do you a favor if you'll do me a favor, and I'll never forget that as long as I live." He said, "I'll do you a favor if you'll do me a favor," and I did him a favor, and he did me a favor, and hence that we're here today. The rest is history, and thank God for Roger and for helping me and stuff. And now we now we have Mike. That's our YMCA director, and he does a wonderful job with what he does and everything, and just you know he does a great job and just everything. Um, and I'm doing this video for people that are just starting out on their journey. And if you were like me back in 2000 or back in 2006 when I started this journey back in 2006, if you're there, if you're me, if I describe if when I describe me back in 2006 or back in the year 2000, if that's you, I want to say this to you: welcome to the journey. Welcome to the journey. And you're like, the journey? Yes, because it's exactly what it is. It's a journey. It's a journey. I'll tell you what, the beginning of the journey in 2006, I'd say 2006, 2007, 2008, and like from 2006 to 2000 to 2006 to 2009, I seen very little change. And then, well, in there, my well, back in 2012, my trainer at the time, Roger, ended up quitting. And I was devastated because, like, who's going to get me on the bike now? Well, I realized that I had to do it on my own and have my dad help me. And now I work out twice a week, preferably. If I had my way, it would be 3 times. But with my dad's situation the way it is, with my mom and dad's situation, twice a week works good too. So we do that. We do twice a week, and I'm grateful for those 2 times. And by the way, Dad, if you're seeing this, thank you. For helping me. And I know I tell him that I appreciate him and stuff. And I know I'm starting to cry, but just because I'm talking about my dad, and when I'm talking about my family, I tend to cry sometimes because they mean a lot to me, and and they're my family and stuff, and they mean a lot. So anyway, but like I said, if you're starting your journey like I was, welcome to the journey. And this is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not your typical, X amount a day diet. Like, I'm going to put you on, 21 days of birdseed and working your butt off. No. You're going to, what you're going to do is you're basically going to, I would recommend working out 2 to 3 times a week, whatever your schedule allows you to do. And just eat. I mean, if you're a junk food junkie like I was, you don't have to totally quit, could just hang back a little bit, um, instead of eating like 3 bonbons, eat just one. And then slowly, I noticed I slowly desired less of that stuff. I didn't desire it anymore. I just didn't. And, I just desired a lot less. I did. I desired a lot less. And as I started working out and began to work out, but it was a journey. It took from, you know, from 2006 to about 2000, I'm going to say 2006 to 2016, which is today, and now I'm really starting to feel good. I'm really starting to feel good and just being able to do things and being bold and just being consistent. And it's wonderful. I got a whole new outlook on life, and it's great. It's wonderful, folks. And if I can do it, you can do it. And you're looking at a guy that didn't like exercise. Like I told you in the beginning, you're looking at a guy that didn't like it. You're looking at a guy that did not like exercise. I didn't like it. I just didn't. So anyway, um, so excuse me. And I had a person tell me, "Well, Ryan, I gave up this for 21 days, and then I went nuts eating it." It's like, no, never deprive yourself of a food you know, thinking that you're going to lose weight like that. It just, you have to do it gradually, and you have to, let things be, And the thing of it um, is, and I'm going to tell you your number one enemy, and your number one enemy is discouragement. It's literally discouragement, because if you get discouraged, if you get down on yourself, then you're like, or if you don't have a successful workout like you think you should have. I remember when I first started on my step through recumbent bike, the new one day my hip started hurting. I'm like, oh, brother. And I got off and I was mad, and I said, I wasn't successful. I failed, and I'm mad, and I'm not going to work out. And, I had all these things going through my head. I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to do this. I had all those things going through my head that I'm not going to do it. Just because you have one unsuccessful day doesn't mean you throw the baby out with the bathwater. It doesn't mean that at all. And I think a lot of people are in my boat, or were in my boat, because they're like, oh, I give up, I quit, because I'm not successful, and I probably won't ever be, and blah blah blah, and you just get upset. And I tell you what, if you had one of those days, give yourself a break, because eventually you'll get this. You'll get this like I did. You really will. And I really wish that I could show you pictures from the past, because as I look over this way, I'm seeing a picture of me from way back when, and I'm seeing a picture that where I was bigger and stuff. And if you looked at my senior picture that I have on the wall, you would really know what my journey was like back then. It wasn't fun. Yeah, I enjoy life, but not as much as I do now. You hear what I said? I said, oh yeah, I enjoyed life, but not as much as I do now. I enjoyed life back then, but not as much as I do now. I enjoy it a whole lot more now. And like I said, if you're just starting on your journey like I was, congratulations and welcome to the journey, because it is indeed a journey. Everybody have a nice day. Bye bye. And if you want to email me to let me know how this video has touched you, or you want to Facebook me, um, it's my name is Ryan L. Kempf on Facebook, RyanLKempf, and the last letter as is in Frank, F, not S. A lot of people say Kempf instead of Kempf. So, but if you want to email me, you can email me at Ryan, RYAN dot Kempf, KEMPF at gmail.com. Again, that email address is Ryan, RYAN dot Kempf, KEMPF at gmail.com. Um, you know, um, and if you want somebody to coach you, now you have got to know that I'm not a professional. I'm not a kinesiologist, but I'm just a person with a lot of common sense and a lot of experience with exercise and on a recumbent bike. So you know, and like I said, if you want to email me, just email me at the email address I gave at ryan.kempf at gmail.com. You know, if you I'm a Christian as well. If you want somebody to pray with you and coach you and stuff, that I'll be glad to do that, because I dealt with emotional stuff too. So if you're dealing with that, I just want you to know that you have somebody here. So okay, thank you very much and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. Bye bye.